Hey everybody, this is Tyler from Sure to Shame bringing you your breakdown for UFC 2. I don't even remember which one we're at right now. 222? We've had like 3 of these in fucking a month. Come on, it's too much, guys. 3. I can't even keep up with this anymore. So this is Rockhold versus Romero. Really, this one could have just been a fight card, I guess. Fight night in Australia. You didn't need to make up a title for this. Whitaker should just waited, I guess. I don't know. I don't like this one. So we're going to be starting off with Tyson Pedro versus Saparbek Safarov. It's a interesting matchup. Safarov's a bit undersized. He's a good counter striker, but he doesn't really protect himself. Like he doesn't parry, doesn't block. He just kind of relies on being out of the way or being able to absorb the punches. He's a good brawler. He's a guy that just got called up to the big leagues. He's coming off a loss to Jean Vellante, which is his first loss. I don't think he's quite used to people who can tolerate his punching power. So I think he's the first guy that he hasn't been able to really run through. I'm looking at his stats. He's basically taking out everybody in the first round minus a second round corner stoppage, which can only spell. I never saw that fight, but doesn't bode well. He's a lunging striker. He overcommits. He just kind of, and then he just kind of pulls back and really thinks about it before he throws. While Tyson Pedro, I definitely have to give him this grappling advantage. I have not seen any grappling out of Safarov, but granted, Safarov was fighting Jean Vellante, who's known more as a wrestler, so I don't think that grappling was even in the book form. Tyson Pedro is coming off a loss to Ilir Latifi, who's also a fantastic grappler, so Tyson Pedro at least attempted to take Latifi down. Pedro is a more patient striker. He likes to pick his shots. He likes to wait. He doesn't see the point in volume striking, so I think he will more than likely get outstruck on the feet. Not outclassed. He'll not throw as much, is what I'm trying to say. But I do think he'll take him down, dominate the ground game, and cruise to a decision victory. So I'm going Tyson Pedro by decision. After that, we got Jake Matthews versus Li Jianlang. Jake Matthews I feel like he's another Australian. I can't be sure, but I'm almost certain that this is one of the... I'm looking at his other fights. Yeah, these are all Australian fights, so he's got to be Australian. I don't even know. I just don't remember reading it, so that's why I'm only kind of slightly not sure about it. He is probably the Australian wrestling team. You don't hear much about Australians wrestling, but Jake Matthews is a clear and obvious wrestler. He wants to take people down, grind them out. Li Jianlang is a striker. He wants to stay on the feet and knock people out. Li Jianlang has a couple of wins by KO punches, not TKO, KO. So you got to remember that. Jake Matthews, I'm seeing a lot of decisions, but at the start of his career, a couple of submissions, technical submission, rear naked choke, triangle, rear naked choke, a doctor stoppage, and then then a KO by punches against Kevin Lee. That was a loss to Kevin Lee. So, yeah. But I think I'm going to go with Jake Matthews in this one. I think it's Australia. It's a home field advantage. You got to give it. You have to admit it's a thing. So I think that Jake Matthews is going to take him down and cruise out of victory. After that, we got Tai Vasaso, another Australian, against Cyril Asker. Cyril Asker, I found him to be very small for the division in his last fight against, I think it was Walt Harris. Which one did I watch? It's either Yazang Hu or the Walt Harris fight, but I found him to look very small. Tai Tuivasa, he's coming off a win over Rashad Coulter and James McSweeney, but I think this might be his first real test. Tai Tuivasa is a bit of a He's a bit kind of just a brawler, a guy that just likes to fight. I don't see him being a really specialist anywhere. He's not a great grappler, and I think that Cyril Asker is just going to take a double leg on him. I saw in his fight against Rashad Coulter, I saw Tai Tuivasa is very open for the takedown. He stays really up, keeps it too far back in his stance. He's too lean back. He's like, all this is open. Cyril Asker can just bury that shoulder in and double leg him. I think that's going to be the story for all 3 rounds. So I'm going Cyril Asker, decision. It's going to be pretty one-sided, I think, in that one. After that, we come to our co-main event of the evening. Mark Hunt versus Curtis Blaydes. Not much you can say about this one. You got to look at Blaydes' fighting style. He's a heavy-handed guy who also likes to partake in some grappling. I wouldn't call him a specialist. He's not in the way that Stipe or Kane or Brock were, but he's a grappler. I don't think that he'll be able to take Hunt down. He's got decent head movement. I just don't think he's ready for the step up. We saw a guy with a similar style of striker, a heavy-handed striker who kind of likes to grapple. That was Derek Lewis. But Derek Lewis was faster, though. He was able to get those shots off faster and have some success against Mark Hunt. Mark Hunt, my cat's being annoying. Derek Lewis got wore out as the rounds went by, while Mark Hunt was able to conserve his energy. I think the same thing is going to happen here, even though it's 3 rounds. I just don't think that Curtis Blaydes is ready for this step up. He's got decent head movements, as I said, but he lunges with that orthodox jab, and I think Mark Hunt's going to come in with that overhand right over the top, and he's going to, it's over this way, orthodox. He's going to come in with that overhand right or that awesome shovel hook that he's got, and I think it's going to be an early night for Mark Hunt. He's going to get the first round knockout, is my feeling. That brings us to our main event of the evening, Luke Rockhold versus Yoel Romero. A lot of people are going with, I think that's 50-50. I got to look at the betting odds on this one. I'm not sure. I should really start looking at that before I do these. I should do more research before I do these.